Yeah.
Hi, soap chat time. What a special soap chat. Just to be able to, I mean, we're social distancing here.
Can't get any better than this, right? We're miles and miles and miles apart. However, we're both celebrating another season of General Hospital. I mean, wow, how many soap operas can say over 55 years of being on the air? They're the only American soap opera that's in production right now, the longest running American soap opera in production right now on a daily basis. How many shows can say that? Like that's
Exactly. Not just soap operas, but how many TV shows have had such a consistently running script? There's nobody else that can boast this. There just isn't. And I mean, the writers, yeah, they've gone back to maybe some similar storylines, but there's still a lot of fresh stuff that is certainly keeping us interested. And that's a huge credit to the producers, the writers, the directors, the whole crew, and of course, the actors themselves.
It's interesting because I have, and I want people to understand this. This is not just like a woman's show as it's often thought of. I've had a lot of men reach out to me and say, I remember when Luke and Laura got married. I've been watching this for so many years. I mean, there are a lot, it just has such a span as far as the audience goes. It reaches so many different people. And you and I have talked about that, how far reaching it is, through generations. In families, like I remember my grandma used to watch it. I mean, it's such a great program, and the fact that it's still going stronger than ever is just so exciting.
Well, now on Fridays through much of May, they are going to, rebroadcast some episodes. Okay, the obvious one that I think all want to see, Luke and Laura's wedding. But is there an episode or a storyline that you would like to revisit? And I know one that I'm interested in seeing replayed.
I have two, and both of them involve Jason. Okay, so it's like when Jason wakes up and becomes, so when he wakes up from being a Quartermain and becomes a Morgan, that whole storyline was epic to me. And then when he comes back after 5 years being under Peter Peter and Faison's control, I was screaming into the television. How about you?
You know what? I would love to see Dr. Noah Drake one more time. I would love to see him and Bobby together. And I would love to just see a little Rick Springfield right now. So
Dr. Drake, I mean, you just gotta love Rick. Oh, he's just so great. And he does, the man, age, if he came back today, he would still look like he did 20 years ago.
I know. Although I just saw him I was watching this tribute to Eddie Money with a lot of rockers, and he was actually on it and paid a little tribute to him. But yeah, I think maybe that probably was in the refresh of my brain here. So but there's so many storylines, Sonny and Brenda. I mean, where do you go wrong with that? There's just so many. So I would love to know what our soap chat friends also think, what episodes they would love to see.
Exactly. And so that's going to be obviously for the next couple of weeks or so, as far as the stay-at-home shelter-in-place sort of restrictions are in place. General Hospital is working with all of us to still bring us new episodes, but throw some classics in there too. Speaking of new episodes, let's get right to it.
Yes.
Okay, how do I put this kindly? Because I don't want to seem mean, but Molly is getting on my nerves. Molly needs to let it go. It's not.
Do you think the way Jordan spoke to her was appropriate?
I was probably not appropriate, but I was screaming, cheering for Jordan because Molly took it too far when she said, I'm gonna go to the news and she's taking it too far. This is his mother you're talking. And who do you think you're talking to like that? This is his mother.
Obviously she's desperate. Obviously she doesn't know what has really happened. And Jordan is very fearful of this.
Right. He did take it a little far, Jordan did, indeed. Like, it was a little inappropriate, but Molly was just not listening.
Oh, not at all. But she's a young girl in love. But I know you do desperate. You're desperate when I guess she's trying to find him and she hasn't heard from him yet. allegedly his mother has, and we all know that's not the truth.
Right. So speaking of this whole Cyrus Renault thing, tell me the point of Kevin Collins sitting with him and doing this brief, like, why did we do that? What was that for? Are we trying to get in his head?
I honestly don't know. Did Laura send him to try and get in his head? But so is he being released?
Oh yeah, he's going to be released. Yeah, because
Right.
so the way I understand it, right, the evidence that they have was
Right.
fabricated. So I assume it gets thrown out.
That Taggart allegedly fabricated. So yes. So how soon do we, like, why is he still there? And I guess there are channels they have to go through. But now what is going to happen? And who is it that Laura called?
Right. Good question. Good question. I don't know. I imagine somebody, maybe not exactly somebody that follows the law, probably. I don't know. I mean,
I was actually hoping she called Luke.
oh, maybe she did. Hey, that's somebody who doesn't follow the law ever.
Wouldn't that be fun? I know. Wouldn't that be fun?
That
I don't know if she called Sonny. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just, yeah. Where do we go from this? I really want to know who it is she called.
Yeah, me too. And I really want to know what Cyrus Renault wants in the end. If he wants Jordan, and I get it, you're holding her son to get her to whatever, give up. But what's the end game here? I mean, you're not really going to get away with killing this cop. Like, what's your end game? Right?
I know. Yeah. I feel like we're floating in open water with that storyline. I kind of just don't know where we're drifting to.
Right. Yeah. It's sort of like we have no direction there. Well, anyway,
Right.
let's go to Sam and Jason. So here we go again. Sam is saying, oh, each other, blah, blah, blah. And Jesus, I mean, really, do you want to go back to jail, or would you rather just deal with this for a year and a half outside? Let it go.
Let it go.
And besides, you guys are seeing each other like every other day.
I know. I'm thinking the same thing. They're still seeing each other. I mean, the poor Dolores, but I don't feel sorry for Dolores because she's mean. But even still, like, Sam, come on, buck up. You got to do what you got to do.
Seriously. Speaking of doing what she has to do, she brought in, or I don't know if bringing in is the right term, but she evidently intertwined himself in that scenario.
That was so funny.
So funny. He's just so good. Got caught by Dolores, and so here we are now. Spinelli sort of in the mix, and I love when he's on. He just adds a whole awesome dynamic to the whole.
Yes, absolutely. Love when Bradford Anderson is on. And yeah, he was absolutely hysterical. And then I loved how they finally got Doris to kind of back up a little and back off.
Well, that was all thanks to Alexis, which brings me to my next storyline that I want to talk about.
What did you think about the way she snapped on Julian?
Well, first of all, what did you think of him charging in there, trying to start a fight?
Wrong. You
guys are not together anymore. Let it go.
You're not together. And why are you listening to Britt? Like, what does Britt, I don't understand.
Because when it comes to Texas, he will listen to anyone to protect her. Mind you, you stuck a knife to her throat, but you'll do anything to protect her. Please explain to me what he's doing.
I have no idea. And I don't understand how you, first of all, even though she was right and she did see them, but why are you listening to this woman you've known for like 2 minutes?
And why are you getting involved?
Yeah, I know.
And even Alexa said it's none of your business. It's my private life.
Right. And here's another one. Let it go.
Right. And the flip side is, I can see what he's saying, because he's like, it did drive her to drink. And I can see his compassion for her there. Because, I mean, she did.
She did, but that wasn't the reason. That wasn't really the reason. I thought the reason was because of what Sam said to her.
Yeah, I think it was just like a dark moment for her.
Yes, exactly. Just, a lot of layers coming together.
Yeah, and I got into a fight with Sam, and plus the whole Molly thing was going on, and this whole Neil thing is going. I mean, it's just a lot. It's heavy. I mean, she's an alcoholic. It's heavy for her.
Absolutely.
But I can give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt because he's compassionate for her. Again, even though he stuck a knife to her throat, he has some compassion for her.
How is it going to play out, though, that Britt is such good friends with Brad? Uh, I mean, is Julie, and she obviously knows. I mean, how is that going to come out?
I don't know. I don't know. This whole relationship with Julian, I don't know. It can't be good.
That's weird.
He
Okay,
hates Brad. It's just.
a couple other things, because I don't want to forget while these are top of mind. First of all, let's go to Nina. And, she was with Valentine, and Valentine's trying to figure out, how close her and Jax are. What do you think about her hiring Nell?
I love it. I
And
absolutely.
do you really think that Nina is going to be able to basically pull it over on Nell instead of vice versa?
I think she'd make a good spy. I don't know if anybody can pull the wool over Nell's eyes at all, other than Carly. I really don't. However, I can see where Nina's coming from. Like, keep your enemies closer. In that respect,
True.
what is it going to hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Right? She can keep a watchful eye over her.
Right.
But
Right.
Nell, and anything's possible.
That is a mess. And I still don't understand how. Did she really ever get the shares of the stock? I thought that was still, yet to be determined. Yet she sold something to Valentine, and now with Brooklyn,
Right.
oh my gosh, when the Quartermains find out that she sold her, oh my gosh,
I mean, come on, what are you thinking?
how does she think that's okay?
You can't think to yourself, oh, I'll sell off my stock, and this is going to make a real good idea. Let this guy be the owner of the stock.
Right.
This girl is just falling apart. I mean, she is falling apart at the seams.
Oh my gosh. And her father keeps coming to rescue her, and it's just got to stop.
Oh my
After
gosh,
this, maybe it will.
you're going to love this. So, sometimes I just don't quit. I found Olivia's dress online.
What?
I found it, Neiman Marcus, $500. I was like, that's okay. I'll just look at it from afar.
Oh my gosh. She's talking about the pink dress. You're talking about the pink dress she had on with the sleeves, the buttons.
Okay, so it's a Badgley Mishka dress, and it's that tulip sleeve. And I know anybody that watched that episode, I know our Facebook fans and soap chat fans, they probably said the same thing, like, ooh, that dress is cute. Well, I spotted it online at Neiman Marcus, and it was like $4.95 or some ridiculously Hollywood price tag.
I can't believe you found it. That is unbelievable.
I'm more excited that I found it.
Well, that's because you're such an awesome reporter. So you know how to go digging for those things.
Sometimes when I want something, I'll tell you what.
Well, you're not getting that, my dear.
No, that's to go on sale. That's for sure.
Oh gosh.
It looks so good. Some of the wardrobe, man, it just looks really good.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Speaking of, let's talk about Olivia, because she has this conversation with I want to get your opinion on with Lulu about how she's treating Brooklyn and how they had that fight and how, that whole thing. It led Lulu obviously to apologize to her, yada yada yada. Do you think Olivia has the right to say, I didn't think you were the type of person to backstab our family?
No.
I didn't think so either.
I just, she's obviously coming from a place where she's seen Lulu with Dustin or Dusty or Duster, whatever we're calling him these days.
Yeah, she's very motherly and protective of her son, but let's not forget
Yeah.
her son left her.
What is she supposed to do? What is Lulu supposed to do?
I'm sorry. I thought it was really, really just not classy at all. Like, I just didn't think that Olivia needed to do that.
Not at all. Definitely not. The other thing that is such a mess, truly too, is the whole Finn, Peter, Anna thing.
That's really hard because, she's so desperate to clear his name, which any mother, I imagine, would want to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think deep down she knows what the truth is. She just doesn't want to face it, and it's fine. Like, you don't want to face it. But you're dragging in Finn and his daughter when he's clearly said to you, like, don't get me involved in anything less than 100% sure.
Right.
So, she's not thinking right. She's not thinking clearly because she loves Finn, she loves Violet, but she loves Peter too.
I know that's not gonna turn out well. Another storyline that I really want to talk about because I love Cameron and Trina. I love
Oh,
them
all right. Talk
together.
about that. Because, okay. So here's the thing. Do you think, okay, he's struggling with feelings for Jocelyn too, right? Like I keep feeling like he's torn because he was talking to Franco and he's like, well, I've had feelings for her for a long time, but now things are changed. I just don't know how genuine he is, or if he's just a teenager who's has feelings for, all of his girlfriends. Does that make sense?
It absolutely makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. And maybe he feels as though, I have just had this crush on Jocelyn for so long, but now I'm feeling this flutter for somebody else. And what do I do with this? And I don't know. I just feel like that's the right relationship for him is
Yeah.
with,
I hope you're right. I just feel like they've both been through something so traumatic,
yeah,
such a quick move to start dating. Like I just feel like they need to just recover from what they went through, which is she lost her dad. I mean, they were in this traumatic shootout. I mean, it wasn't something that a teenager or anyone should have to go through. To think
right.
about should we start dating? I don't know. I just feel like can we just calm down for a minute?
I can understand that. And it was great. I thought that Elizabeth had him go talk to Neil
Yeah.
and some light bulbs obviously went off in his
Yes.
head. That. And I think while I would love to see Trina confiding in her mother a little bit more, I think the conversations she's having with Ava are just really nice too.
I do. I really like that relationship.
Me
I
too.
mean, you can actually see Ava's kind motherly side come out. I really like that relationship, and Trina trusts her.
I love it. And I hope she gets to keep her internship there.
No, me too. I really like them two together. I really do. Their scenes are just really down to earth and sweet, and yeah, like I said, you just see a different side of Ava that we haven't seen in a really long time. She certainly wasn't like that with her own daughter. So it was
Oh,
nice.
yeah, it's so nice. It's absolutely nice. I want to ask your opinion about Brando.
Oh,
Where are we going with him? And I'm really, really hoping he doesn't start to get a crush on Carly or something.
oh, that that that's totally gonna happen. I thought actually with Mike today was kind of strange. Like Mike was pretty much convinced that Brando's up to no good, and I don't know why he felt that way. So I'd like to see what blossoms from that. Um, I think Brando's up to no good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know
Okay.
why, because I actually really like him. There's something about him. He keeps saying like, well, I was gonna go, but then I stayed, and I'm so glad I did. I mean, he keeps saying that. I just feel
Right.
like he's searching for something, and I don't know what it is. There's just something about him that I'm not 100% sure about. I do like him though.
I do too. I do too. I just don't want to see. I really don't want to see him crushing on Carly.
As long
And
as she
then
doesn't come back, it's fine. But we don't know. Hey, she's a loose cannon.
I know. Isn't that the truth?
Loose cannon. Speaking of really quick, Carly and Jocelyn and the whole Jack situation. Now, we got cut off today, obviously, with the governor speaking, but did you see yesterday's scenes that were supposed to be from today where Nina turns around and says, Jax, and like looks on the floor?
No, I did not see that.
Okay, so that's coming supposedly today. So you and I will be able to see it, obviously, later today or
Right.
tomorrow. Something
Right.
happens to Jax in like the restaurant. So I hope yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that, but
Oh boy.
like Jax and Nina, now that they are established, do you like them? Do you still like them together?
I do still like them together. I'm still a little miffed that he somehow couldn't find money for Maxie, but I guess that sends the
Oh,
storyline in
no.
another way. I
Oh,
found that just ridiculous. I'm sorry, ridiculous.
do they not like each other? I mean, I feel like they get along just fine. Why would he do that? It can't be
Right,
money. Why would he do that?
right. I mean, and he's worried about HR, but I mean,
You
you
have
own the
Yeah.
not. I mean, I'm not saying that owners of companies have the rights to do certain things. I'm just saying you can make a financial decision.
Well, sure. I
It's in
mean,
your power.
especially if you want to keep the employee. You're going to do everything in your power to keep the employee. But clearly he didn't think of her as important as Nina does.
Right. Which
Really good. Interesting. Very interesting. Poor Maxie.
I know, exactly.
And it kind of happened, and then we talked about it for like 5 minutes, and then it was over, and we didn't pick it up again, like for the last 2-3 days.
I know. So where are we going with that too?
And where is she going to hook up with Lucy and deception and do all that, or I mean, and now that Valentine's funding deception, I mean, what does that mean? Is she going to stay? Like we just sort of dropped the ball on that one.
He was so smug when he came into their meeting. Oh my gosh.
And why do you need deception? Is he doing that to like as a, I don't know. What does he need it for?
Yeah, I don't know either. I honestly, to get back at Sasha? I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know either. But he's funding the entire company. Like he's the reason it's getting off the ground.
Right. So where do Maxie and Sasha go from here? I mean, there's so many loose ends, which there always are. And when you have a show that's been running for 57 years, there are going to be loose ends. And we love just seeing how sometimes they get all tied up in a nice little bow, which doesn't happen at the speed we would like it to sometimes.
Right. You know what? At least we've got Wiley with Michael. So we've been asking that for months. At least we got that. Just going to take it one step at a time. But I do have to say it's been really nice to still have new shows while we're all sheltering in place. That's been really, really great. Because I have reruns, you know?
I know. Well, I have to ask you, what did you think about Carly locking Nell on the roof?
So I thought she deserved it.
I agree. I thought she deserved it. But as I said to you in a text, I was really afraid it was going to come back to haunt Carly in some way and hurt Michael in some way. But everybody else seemed to believe what Carly was saying about the whole thing.
That doesn't mean it's over, because Nell
is
going to have the last word. So I think that if I was Carly, I would watch my back too, because Nell is she's out for blood.
She is. I mean, what's the real reason she wouldn't sign the papers? Is it A, to get back at Michael? Is it B, because of what happened to her?
I want him to go under the knife. Like, I can understand that. I mean, if it's not an emergency surgery, if it's not absolutely needed in that moment, why did it have to be done right away? You know, I feel like they forced the decision on her and didn't give her any time to react. So in that moment, I think I actually did side with Nell. Instead of even sort of ganging up on her, I know that she's not the person, believe me, but she's also his mother. And she has the right to say no. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but she does have that right.
But look at her history.
I know.
Oh my gosh, come on. How'd she get out?
Horrible human being.
I know.
But I could just see what she was saying. I could just see, you know, like I just, compassion is the wrong word because I don't have compassion for her. I could see that she was saying, you know what, I don't want to do this if we don't have to. He's a baby. So I guess for somebody who had to go under the knife without her knowledge, like she went through that. It was traumatic for her. And I think that she was relating what she went through to that happening to Wiley. Like, we're putting him under the knife and he can't even fight for himself.
Correct. Yeah, no, I see that, but it's really hard to, like you said, have any compassion for her because of the type of individual she is.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Michael got his way, so that's the good part. I don't know about that second surgery, though. That's going to be really interesting. And like you said, we don't know how she's going to come back and get Carly. She is going to, though. This is not.
Yeah, I don't know how she's not. And I'm scared.
I know. I would be too. And Carly's probably like, whatever, but I would be really scared too, because Nell is not to be messed with.
No, absolutely not.
It's incredible. Anyway, we covered all the storylines.
I think we did. How lovely to have so much time. And I know, General Hospital for us, we've talked about it for how many years now, but right now, like you said, it's so great that we have some fresh episodes, because in this time that we're in right now, and you are out there covering these stories every day, Diane, and just to have even a little quick moment to indulge in something like this, is wonderful if you can, because there's so much hardship for so many people right now.
Yeah, it's really sometimes escaping, even if it's just in the case of the last couple of days, half an hour. Sometimes just spacing out and watching television can be just exactly what you need in these times.
Yeah, absolutely. So we
Oh, soap chat, by the way. We have to really look back at all of our shows.
oh goodness.
I don't even know.
It's got to be at least 5 years.
Wow, really?
Don't you think?
Probably. I'll have to go back and look at our very first one.
I know, exactly.
How
Okay, yeah, we got to figure that out. We'll have our own anniversary party.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Oh, great. Well, this was so much fun. You know what? We need to do this more often since we are sheltering at home and we're going to have new episodes other than on Fridays for the time being. I think we need to get together at least once a week at the very least and share our thoughts and continue soap chat.
And just like we're figuring out new ways of, with technology, you know, broadcasting from home and doing our jobs the way we're doing them, there's no reason now that we figured this out that we can't have soap chat with everybody. So, oh, I missed you so much.
I miss you too. By the way, we love the Butler Weather Lab. And how are you doing at home? Are you starting to get a little comfortable with being inside the house and working time?
I would much rather be at work. I would much rather be at the station. We have an awesome crew, as you know, and I miss everybody so much. Like Babatu, who does our productions for us. Miss him. I just miss so many of the dear people that we work with, so many of them behind the scenes that people don't get to see. But yeah, you know, it took a while to build the little the weather lab here. The Butler weather cabin, as I call it. But,
the weather cabin, I love that.
But you know, it's what we have to do. It's what we have to do. And again, I'm just grateful that the technology is there, that we've been able to do it and still be able to keep everybody informed with what's going on. And again, we're allowed to step outside. So, and there are folks who do have to make a grocery store run. So
yeah.
The weather, there you go. The weather is still very important, a very important factor. So we know when we can go outside, get a breath of fresh air, walk the dog, whatever. But we have to stay at a distance, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Yeah. Well, look, it was really good to talk to you. I know you and I text all day, but it was really good to actually see your face and talk to you via Skype. And, you know, to all of our soap chat friends here, I really hope that you guys continue to post your thoughts and your comments and let us know what you want us to talk about, because we love talking to you as much as we love talking to each other.
We do. All right, my friend. Good night.
Good night. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful few days.
All right. You too.
Later. Bye.
All right.